I'm BJ Kavanaugh. We're still here at the HIV Research Catalyst Conference in Baltimore, Maryland, and with me is Lionel Smith. How you doing, Lionel?
I'm fine.
So, you're an activist.
Yes.
Tell us about what made you an activist and why you came to this conference.
In I think it was 95, I put my name in a hat out in Stony Brook, Long Island, when I was told I was going to die within 5 years. And somehow they pulled my name out of that hat for a clinical trial. And I instantly became, after I hung up the phone and they told me that I'd been accepted into the trial, I instantly became a Tom Cruise. I started jumping on the couch, jumping on the chairs, and I was the happiest black man on Long Island.
Now,
And then what happened was I moved into Harlem because I couldn't afford the rent on Long Island, and I was preaching gospel that the medications work. But unfortunately, I got a lot of resistance because nobody wanted to hear it because they all thought that a lot of people did not have any trust in white man's medicine.
so had you known about clinical trials before this? I mean, it's generally not something that most people know about until they're in a situation that normal medication isn't working and they have to be in a clinical trial. So I'm curious as to how you even got involved with a clinical trial.
Well, I tried to stay active during my addiction, and there was a place called PWAC out on Long Island, and me and a few other people would be in the weight room lifting weights, and there were two friends of mine who happened to have been white, got into that clinical trial, and all of a sudden they went from no T cells to T cells, so I had to get into it. Yeah, that's what I did. So I called up Stony Brook, and they wrote my name down and put it in the hat.
So you did the trial. You're still here, thankfully. It's good to see other.
I haven't missed a dose since early 1995.
That's amazing. That's an amazing adherence. What's your takeaway moment from this conference so far?
You know what it is? I just went to an African-American group, and I really do believe that the medical literacy is really poor in the African-American community. So it was imperative that I came to this conference because we really got to get the ball rolling in being able to teach them on their level how to understand treatment.
Right.
In order, you cannot take medication and just think it's not going to work.
Right.
You want to know how it works and things of that nature.
You need to be an informed participant in your health care, and part of that is whether or not you decide to be an activist and engage in other activism, you need to be an informed participant in your health care. And that's what I hear that you're saying is that's a very important thing to do.
Well, that's why I'm grateful for this conference, because we just had a meeting on a network, a national network, in treatment advocacy for the African American people. And I 100% agree. It's so needed. And that makes this whole conference worth coming to, because I'm sick of going to funerals. I'm sick of going to hospitals. And also, the wrong people are teaching them, number one. They need a peer. They need a peer, a strong peer in their corner. I'm also a chef, too, so they get a little bit extra with me.
So any shout-outs you want to give?
Oh, shout out to Harlem United, shout out to Faces, shout out to GMHC, hope their move is successful, and shout out to everybody living in this country, being that they just said that we have more HIV infections in the African American community than we have in sub-Saharan Africa. So I just want to give a shout out to all my brothers and sisters out there that are suffering from this, and just let them know that we're trying to get them help.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was good. Thank you. That was